Hi, I'm Alois Rosario from Ping Skills. Jeff Plum and I are going to show you how to do the very basic serve. If you've never played table tennis before and you're wondering, how do you serve? Let me show you some basics. The first thing is that when you serve in table tennis, you have to hit the ball so it bounces on your side of the table and the other person's side. So you can't just hit the ball straight over into the other side of the table. You have to hit it down into your side first. That's the only time in the game where you do hit the ball onto your own side. You might be finding the basic serve fairly complicated to start with. If you are, here's a really simple tip. Start with your bat and ball really close together, and then all you need to do is do the hit. So you're doing the hit and the ball will bounce on your side of the table and then your partner's side of the table. So it's hit, bounce, bounce. Really important to just keep practicing this to start off with, just the hit, bounce, bounce. Once you're feeling fairly comfortable with that, you can move on to the next level of serving. So the next level of serving is to make sure that the ball is behind the end line of the table when you're throwing it up and hitting it. So you're not allowed to hit the ball from over here for the serve. It has to be behind the end line. So let's have a look at that. So we're now going to do our hit, bounce, bounce from behind the line. Okay, let's progress a little bit further now. The next thing we're going to do is to get this serve legally correct. You need to have the ball on the flat palm of your hand. So the ball has to be on the palm. It's not allowed to be on your fingers or on your thumb. And your hand has to be fairly flat. You'll get away with having your hand a little bit cupped like that, but it needs to be basically flat with the ball on the palm of your hand. The next thing is that you need to throw the ball up at least the height of the net off your hand. So around about that high off your hand before you hit it onto your side. So this is what the serve looks like now. Ball on the flat hand, throw it up, and then we do our hit, bounce, bounce. Now that you've got the basics right, you're holding the ball correctly and behind the line, now we're going to try and make the ball travel a little bit faster and to a better position. To get the ball faster, we need to get it nice and low over the net. We also need to make sure that we're hitting the ball forward. If you hit the ball on its head, then the ball's going to bounce up high. You want to hit the ball on its back to get the ball moving through a little bit faster. When you hit the ball also needs to be fairly low. If you throw the ball up and try to hit the ball from up here, it has to bounce high over the net. So make sure after you throw the ball up, the ball comes down, back to your bat level, and your bat moves forward. A common error I see is that when people throw the ball up, they also lift their bat up, and so then they're going to hit the ball from too high. So when you throw the ball up, keep your bat nice and steady, and then it just comes forward to get a nice, low, fast serve. I hope now you've got the basics of the serve. Make sure that you progress to a level where you're able to hold the ball on the palm of your hand and you're throwing the ball up to the correct height from behind the end line of the table and getting that serve nice and low. If you found this lesson useful and have learned how to serve correctly, go to pingskills.com and learn a whole lot more about table tennis.